Okay, good morning students. In the last class we have discussed with regarding to DTD and schema, what DTD is and how to create a DTD file. What is a schema? What is the importance of schema? And then how to implement CSS with XML file. And then what are the type of validations? What is the purpose of this schema and how it is used with the validation? Simple programs with schema and validation, small programs with regarding to schema and validation, and then different data types with the schema, data types with schema, and differences to DTD and XSD, that is DTD and schema. So now today's topic we have been discussing about XML parsers. What a parser is nothing but parsers are nothing but the similar to compilers. In XML we use the parsers. Parsers are used to parse the XML document. So as explained there, an XML parser is a software library or a package that provides interfaces for client applications to work with an XML document. We are having an XML document, and to work with that XML document we will be representing it. The XML parser is designed to read the XML and create a way for programs to use XML. So what we are doing with XML is a software which is used to read the XML data and create a program with regarding to that data and create a way for programs to use XML. That is using of XML, that is having a program with Java, having a program with PHP. That program reads XML data. Now these parsers supports XML integration with the other programming languages. That is integration of XML document with your Java program and making your Java program accessing XML data, or having an XML document, integrating that XML document with the PHP program, making the PHP program accessing the data required in that XML document. So how the parser are being represented is, the parser here we are being representing XML document will be there. The document is submitted to XML parser. XML parser will contain APIs that will verify the validation of XML and well-formedness of XML, and then it will be that will be submitted to the client application. So now what are the types of parsers we are having is, we are mainly having two types of parsers. That is, one is a SAX parser and the other one is DOM parser. So as we described the document object model, it acts as an parser, DOM parser, and the other one is SAX parsers. So these two parsers validates the XML and provides a structure and makes that XML document easily accessible with the programming environment. So for up to before two parsers, what we have been discussing is we have been discussing about creating an XML file, how to create an XML file with the user defined tags representing XML doc type notation, and then representing elements, child elements, like this we have been representing creating an XML file. Then whenever we are creating an XML file with our own with the own user defined tags, what we are being worried about is how the tags are to be written, and how different programming environments identifies how different programming environment identifies about the tags or about the elements that is written in that XML document. For that we are been using a DTD and schema to provide well-formedness of the XML document. Now as with using of schema or using of DTD, now we are framing a well-formed XML document. Now I need to use that XML document with a programming environment. I'm having an XML document, employee, employee name, employee salary, employee job, employee designation. Like this, I am having an details of employee. So what I need is I am writing a Java program. That Java program has to read that employee data from the XML file. Similarly, I am having the same program with PHP environment. It also needs the data to read from XML file. Similarly, the same employee data needs to read with the C# program. So now what we need to do is we need to make this XML document accessible with the programming, with the different programming environments. In order to make that XML document accessible, in order to make that XML document accessible with different programming environments, we will be using these parsers. The parsers allows to validate the XML for allows to validate the XML and check well formedness of XML, and then it provides the APIs in order to access that XML document in a different programming environments. Among those APIs, the two most important APIs are document object model and the simple access XML, simple application XML, that is a SAX DOM and SAX parser. DOM stands for document object model, which contains is an object which contains all the information of XML document. So whatever the XML document we are creating, that data in that XML document is maintained in the form of an object and will be transferred to all the programming environments. That object, the data in that object will be read by the program. In the program we will write the code to read the data from that object. That code depends on that programming environment. When using Java environment, I write Java code in accessing to object. If I am using PHP environment, I use PHP code in accessing that object and retrieving the data from the object. So when it is represented in an object, when we consider the DOM is represented in the form of tree structure. That is a root element to branches. That is why it is being defined. It is represented as a tree structure. The DOM parser implements a DOM API. This is very simple to use. Coming to the features, what the features we are having is the DOM parser creates an internal structure in a memory, which is a DOM document object. That is what is it creates an internal memory as a tree structure. So with the data structures, how to represent the trees. The trees is internally represented in the form of arrays, in the form of linked list like this. The document object model, like this, the document object model needs systems. It requires internal memory to store the data. Next, coming to advantages, it supports both read and write operations, and then it is very easy to use. It is preferred when random access is widely separated parts of a document. That is whenever we are having separated parts in a document, in that area we will be using this DOM object model. But what are the main disadvantages with the DOM is its memory is inefficient. That is, it consumes more memory. It requires internal memory. And next, it is completely slower. When compared to other parsers, it works very slow. And then coming to SAX, that is simple API for XML. This is the parser which we have been using in all the programming environments. This API is an event-based API. So that is event based means whatever the actions you are performing, based on your action you need to have some data. That is what a event based API. So now what are the features of SAX parser is, the main thing is it does not have any internal structure. Directly the API directly functions in reading of data. No need to have any internal memory. When use SAX parser, it does not require any internal memory. So that this is, client does not know what the methods. That is, whenever we are having interfaces, so what we are doing with an interface In Java program, whenever we are having interfaces, we implement that interface. So we will be overriding that interface. So the client does not know about that overriding, how these methods are being, how the interfaces are being implemented. It is not known to the end user. It is not known to the end user. It is not known to the client. Likewise, similarly here also, the methods, whatever the methods we are been using with Sax parser, those methods will be overridden in our Java program or PHP program. Whatever the programming environment it is, it provides, this Sax parser provides some methods. Those methods will be overridden. Those methods will be overridden in our program. So coming to the advantages, it is very simple and very efficient memory. Disadvantages, it is an event based API. So event based, what is the disadvantage with event based API? Whenever we need to have certain actions, for certain actions only we need to perform. For normal representations we cannot be use this Sax API. Clients never know the full information because the data is broken into pieces. As we know, these that is where we are using overriding methods. The client does not know the full information about which methods are being using, how it is being representing. So that is what the main disadvantage with the Sax parser. These are the two that are been discussing, that is the DOM parser and Sax parsers. So very small topic. Just go through these video tutorials, you will be understanding it. You will be understanding these DOM and Sax parsers. That is nothing but DOM and Sax parsers are the two parsers which are being used for which are used. These DOM and Sax parsers are being used for accessing of data, making not for accessing of data, making an XML document accessible with all the programming environments, making XML data accessible with all the programming environments. That is the main intention of this DOM and Sax parsers. So whenever we need to make whenever we need to access the XML document, document with any of the programming environment, so there needs certain we need some methods to access them. So DOM, when we use the DOM parser, DOM will be installed into our system. It needs a separate space. Whereas when the Sax parser, what the Sax parser does is, the Sax parser comes as a library file. So that is when we use the Sax parser, it provides it provides some methods to that programming environment. Those methods will be overridden in that programming environment. So that comparative to DOM and Sax parser is more efficient, and we will be using Sax parser. Okay, fine. Thank you. Later we will be discussing with the remaining sessions, that is with regarding to XSL, making style sheets with XML environment. Thank you.